Hey guys, what's up? My name is Demi, and today I'm going to film a little Q&A, a little random talk, because it is currently 12. It is midnight. Can't even see it, but it's midnight. It's almost 12:30, and I drank coffee like a dummy. I always do this to myself. I did this like a week ago. I had like 3 lattes after 7, and I didn't fall asleep until 6 a.m. So that was a lot of fun. I literally just sat and watched YouTube for those hours. I got McDonald's at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I haven't had fast food in a very long time, so that made me sick. So that was fun. But yeah, I stayed up until 6 o'clock in the morning, and I've never stayed up that long. I love staying up late at night, but I hate sleeping into the afternoon, but I do it regardless because I'm sleeping at 4 or 5 a.m., so lots of fun. Not really, it's absolutely miserable, and I'm probably really messing up my hypothalamus, which is the whole sleep thing. It's in your brain. I learned that in my summer class. But yeah, so I'm wide awake, and I figured, why not make a YouTube video? Why not talk a little bit? So yeah, you guys are currently leaning up against my water bottle, so hopefully this sticks up pretty well. But the other day, I wanted to make a YouTube video, but I got too lazy and I think that was the night that I stayed up until 6 a.m. I think it was. No, it was the night before that. But yeah, I asked my friends on Snapchat to send me some questions because I was bored. It was like 8 p.m. Yeah, now I remember what it was, but I asked people to send me questions on my Ask FM, and I just never even checked it, but I checked it now, and I have like a lot of questions, surprisingly. So I'm gonna answer some of these, and then I looked up deep questions on Google, so I'm gonna answer those too and talk about those too, because I like talking about deep shit. Like, if it's politics or deep stuff, I have a good time. So one of the first questions I got was, how was Lolla, aka Lollapalooza? Lollapalooza was one of the best weekends of my life. I went Friday and Sunday. I saw Post Malone on Friday. I was like 5 people away from him. I waited hours for him. It was totally worth it. Absolutely loved it. Loved him. Cried tears of joy the whole time. Sang along to every song the entire time. It was amazing. And on Sunday, I saw Little Uzi, Playboy Cardi, and Odessa. I've been listening to Odessa since I was a freshman in high school. I'm going to be a sophomore in college now, so I've listened to them for such a long time. Absolutely loved it. They played like some OG songs, my favorite songs, and they also played some new songs off their album that came out like last summer, I think, or the summer before, I don't remember. But Playboy Cardi was amazing. Millie Rock. Ew. But yeah, he was good too. Little Uzi was a shit fest because it was a literal mosh pit, but I still enjoyed every single second of it. But Lollapalooza was amazing. 10 out of 10, would do it again. Do you have any crushes at the moment? I do not. Just focusing on the grind. Having crushes ruins my life, so I've been sticking to just working and school, so I'm doing well at my job, and I work at a cafe, but still it's going really well, like, anyway. And I've been doing well in school, so sacrificing a love life, which isn't a sacrifice because love just makes your life so stressful and complicated, but it's been totally worth it. Totally worth it. What are some fears you have? Anything bad happening to my family? Yeah, those are my major fears. Like, when you're up at like 2 or 3 a.m. and you're thinking about like everything bad that could possibly happen in your life because you're that tired. That's what I think about. It's terrible. Anyway. Do you believe in an afterlife? Yes, I do. Because, I mean, I don't want to sound like, you know, all weird, but I definitely know my yaya, aka my grandma, is still around me. And I feel her all the time, and she gives me signs all the time. So yes, I believe in an afterlife. My grandma that's alive just texted me, and yeah, I texted her that I miss her. I text her all the time, and I miss her all the time. She's in Florida with my grandpa. Favorite genre of music? Whatever Post Malone is, I love. His kind of music I love. I think it's like no, it's not R&B. I don't know what it is. But I like this one guy. His name's Joey Picaro or something like that. Joey Pecoraro. You can't even see it. It looks like that. You can't see it that well, but him, he's great. He makes like a mix of classical and... His song just came on. Hold on. He has like little clips from old movies at the beginning of some of his songs, and I absolutely love that. That's a guilty pleasure. I love like old 50s, 40s vibe. I love that. I also have a guilty pleasure for old paintings from like medieval times or like religious paintings. Okay, what else? Hopefully you can hear that, because I'm going to put on music over this, so hopefully you can hear that. I don't know. How long did it take you to grow out your hair? So, the beginning of last summer, my hair was like to right here. My hair looks shorter because it's curly and it's in a ponytail, but now it's like down to my waist. I use this stuff from Lush called Roots, and you're supposed to let it like sit on your roots for 15 to 20 minutes, and if you know me, I'm lazy, and they usually sit in my hair for like 2 hours before I finally decide to take a shower. So that helped grow out my hair a lot. I don't straighten it. I don't use any heat in it. I use organic shampoos and conditioners, so I think that's helping. I don't use any like vitamins or anything to grow out my hair, but yeah, just taking care of it, not using heat. So yeah, that's helped grow out my hair a lot. How was your last relationship? I've never had a boyfriend. Favorite songs at the moment? I'm gonna go specifically to my favorite songs. I don't know if anyone watching knows who Finn is. He's from, I mean, obviously you probably do. He's like really popular right now. He's from Stranger Things, and he's from It, the kid with the glasses. I love Stranger Things, by the way. Just a little fact. And Finn has a band. He's the singer and he plays guitar. And I'm obsessed with his band, Calpurnia. My sister showed me his band. I love this. This is some of my favorite type of music. I also love John Mayer. It's called New Light. This is a song by a guy named Goth Babe, and it's called Sometimes. I love Wallows. It's the guy, his name's Dylan, I think. I don't watch 13 Reasons Why, so I don't know. I think his name's Dylan. But it's his band, and it's called Wallows. They were at Lolla on Saturday, I think. I wish I saw him, but I love them. But yeah, those are some of my favorite songs at the moment. Really, really good. Secrets to clear skin. Honestly, I'm not gonna like try to say like, oh, I use there's this, and that. Like, I wash my face almost every day, but I can at the same time go like 3 days without washing my face and I won't break out. It's just genetic. My dog is currently like messing up my entire couch. I can see him. Trying to get comfy. At least he's comfortable, I guess. But he just messed up my entire couch, so that's awesome. So if you hear any like grunting and stuff, that's my dog. But yeah, I drink lots of water, but I really just have clear skin because of genetics. So yeah, that's all I can say about that. I mean, I'm not gonna try to lie. I have a skincare video, which is just some stuff that helps me out. But and all in all, I would say that I have pretty good genes. So that's enough with Ask FM. I'm bored with Ask FM, so I'm just gonna go to deep questions. Are you religious or spiritual? To be honest, I feel like spiritual is like you don't believe in God, but you believe in like an afterlife. And religious is, you know, obviously you believe in God and stuff. I would say that I'm a mix of both. Like, do I believe like that there's like a guy, like the Christian Bible and stuff like that? I don't know, but do I believe in an afterlife and you're in heaven like guardian angels and your family members watching over you and helping you? Yes, I very much do. But yeah, I'm very in touch with whoever is up there watching me. I pray all the time, and I say thank you all the time to whoever is watching me, because I'm very I don't want to say I'm very fortunate with my life, and I don't know what word to use, but I'm very grateful for the blessings that have come in my life. So I'm always thankful, and I'm always saying thanks, and I'm always praying, and I know that someone's watching over me all the time. So I would say I'm a mix of both. Are you an introvert or an extrovert? It depends on who I'm around and my environment. I'm either really shy or really talkative. It just depends. What was the best phase in your life? Honestly, in middle school, I had some of the best times of my life, but only when I was at school. I lived in Nevada. I lived in Reno. And middle school was just like a good time. Like, I wasn't worried about guys till like 8th grade hit. But like 5th through 7th grade were some of like the best grades of my life. I had such good friends. I was having fun like all the time. Like, that's all I can remember is having fun and laughing with my friends. And I was like just innocent, just living life. I didn't care about like, you know, school. I wasn't stressing about my grades. And it was just a really good time. So middle school, how pathetic is that? Like, high school is some of the best time of your life. It's one of the fattest lies you'll ever be told. If you had a really good time in high school, like, please, like, hit me up. Like, tell me why it was so good. Like, tell me what I was doing wrong. I mean, I know what I was doing wrong. I was focusing on guys way too much. Like, if I could go back, like, I would take back every single guy that I talked to in high school. Every single one. Because it just turned into, like, it never turned into something good, and it was never a good situation. Like, I was miserable the entire time with every single guy I invested my time in. School was a mess. College is a mess too, but at least I have over a 3.0. That's all I care about. I'm not investing my time into guys. But middle school was great, and elementary school. It was a great time. I lived 2,000 miles away from my dad because he was living in Chicago and I was living out there, so that part sucked a lot, obviously. But while I was at school, it was a really good time. What's the one thing that people always misunderstand about you? I feel like a lot of people in high school thought that I was something that I wasn't, because, you know, the rumor mill, it's never late. It's constantly milling. But I feel like a lot of people think I'm a bitch because I have really bad RBF. And if you don't know that, just look it up on Urban Dictionary. But I have a case of really bad RBF, and people always think that I'm mean. And then they get to talking to me, and I'm a really nice person, like, not to, like, toot my own horn. Really nice person, and I'm not mean whatsoever. I don't have a mean bone in my body unless you really piss me off or you, like, hurt a family member of mine, or you're mean to a family member of mine, like, I'm your worst nightmare. You think I'm lying, but seriously. But if you make me mad, or you disrespect me, or you take me for granted, or you use me, you know, the basic disrespect in life, I'm very, very nice, almost to the point where I can get taken advantage of by friends, which has happened. But yes, I'm not a mean person at all, and I'm open to friends, so if you want to be my friend, be my friend, because I will be your friend. What is your idea of a perfect vacation? Ocean? Alcohol is not a necessity on vacation for me. I'm not a big drinker, so I don't need alcohol. But because people are always like, a good beer and a seaside, but I can just take the seaside and family. So, Genie granted you 3 wishes right now. What would you wish for? Money that would keep me and my parents, well, yes, my parents, but keep me, my family, my children, and their children, like a few generations, perfectly comfortable and stable for the rest of their lives. That enough money. Eternal happiness, and for everyone and I and my family to live a full and happy life and not have an early death, because that's one of my main fears, is dying early or tragically. So that's one of my biggest fears. God, knock on wood, like, I don't want to get in a car accident tomorrow. What's your biggest regret in life? High school. Every single bad thing I did in high school, I regret. Now, did it make me to the person I am, and did it make me more mature, and did it make me into a better person? Yes. But do I still regret it? Yes. I regret those things. Not just one thing, all of it. Does your job make you happy? I work at a cafe and a Barnes & Noble. I love books, but I hate reading, if that makes any type of sense. But I'm obsessed with coffee. I've always loved coffee, and I love making coffee. A lot of old people come in, and they're not always the most pleasant, but I still love my job anyway. Why do you think you're still single? Honestly, I know I'm still single because I know what I deserve. I know what I want, and I just haven't found someone where it came to my head, I want to spend a lot of my time with you, because I'm not gonna just date just to date, or just because I think you're cute and I think you're like fun to hang out with. Like, if I'm gonna be in a relationship with you, it's because I love you and I want to put the effort into our relationship, and I care about you a lot. So I just haven't found someone where it was like, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, because I don't date just to date. That's why I haven't had a boyfriend, because I feel like a lot of people my age, I'm gonna be 20 in 2 months, date just because they can, and because they're bored, and because the option's just there. And that's not me. Like, I feel like that's such a waste of time, such a waste of stress and feelings. So why am I still single? Because I haven't found someone worthy of my time, even though I've wasted my time on so many guys. So ignore that, but I haven't found someone where I wanted to invest my entire being in, and that's what I feel like your relationship is. Now, do you like completely forget your life and your family? Absolutely not, but I think you guys get what I mean. I haven't found someone where it was like, I want to be with you, basically, in a nutshell. I haven't found someone that I wanted to be with. There are 3 things you value most about a person. How they treat their mom and their entire family is very, very important and tells a lot about them. So if you're just a disrespectful brat, same with how you treat the waiter or any workers. If you're rude, you're out. Like, I don't care. Like, that tells exactly everything I need to know, is how you act towards strangers and your family. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be? Anywhere on the East Coast. I'm absolutely obsessed with the East Coast. I think it's better than the West Coast, and I think it's gorgeous. So I want to move there one day. We'll see. What's your favorite beer? I love hard cider beer. So like apple juice beer type thing. Favorite. I love it. If you could change one thing about the world, what would it be? greed. So I'm going to answer a few more questions because this video is getting long, and props to you if you've made it this long because I just ramble and ramble. But I got these really interesting ones where it's questions to ask someone if you want them to bare their soul. So this will be interesting. Why are we here? Anyone who believes that the Big Bang is legit and we came from little sponges in the ocean and someone didn't sit down and think things through with the universe and the earth and humans, I very much disagree with you because things are way too complex and way too thought through to just be like here from Big Bang. Like, the Big Bang is bullshit. I don't believe in that whatsoever. I think that's a fat lie and I will never believe in that. I just don't. So why are we here? I feel like most people have a purpose. And I say most because it's like some people die after, you know, as like sad as it is. Some people die when they're 2 years old and they didn't have like, they didn't get to like impact people's lives. Like, sure, they impacted their parents and stuff, and you know, but I feel like, you know, there's people that kill, there's people that do drugs and ruin their lives and don't give much back to the world and the universe. But why are we here? I don't know. I think everything happens for a reason, and most of us have a purpose, and I think we're here. I don't know. Like, I watched this one YouTuber, her name's Sarah Kay, and she made a video about being here, like our souls going through multiple lives and growing, and you go through different struggles. And part of me believes that's true because part of me feels like I know more, like I'm more mentally mature than I should be, and I just know things. Not like history type of stuff, but I feel like I don't have the mindset of a 20-year-old. And I feel like I'm wiser than most people my age and even some grown-ups. And it's such a head-ass thing to say, but I really do believe that. Because there's so many adults around me in my life that are so naive and so ignorant and are just like, they don't have street smarts or book smarts. Like, they don't have common knowledge. And they just act like they're like 19 until they're like 50. And they make stupid, obviously wrong decisions. And I don't know. I definitely feel like we have a soul and a meaning in life. So why are we here? I don't know, but I feel like there's a meaning for everyone's life. This will be my last question. Have you ever seen something you can't explain? So some of you might think that this is just like BS and it doesn't mean anything. But I believe in astrology too. I definitely believe that like the planets and all of like the solar system affects us as humans, for sure, no doubt in my mind. When some planets were going in retrograde, I think it was, like a lot of people were just off. Like, they didn't know their purpose. They were like completely like sad and depressed and just going through like a really rough patch. And I went through that, like, well, everyone else was. And it was like out of nowhere. Like, I was sad and really down for absolutely no reason. And I just had no idea why. And I just broke down one night and I called my dad and my sister and I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I'm just bawling. Like, I was just sad. And I was just going through a really rough, like, few days. And it was, like, during this, you know, the planet's going in retrograde. And then as soon as, like, the blood moon happened, or I think it was, like, an eclipse, like, I was, like, completely restored. Like, I was normal. Like, I was myself again. Like, I was happy and, like, I felt like a weight was lifted off my shoulders. So, yes, I believe in that. Because I've shown proof to myself. Like, I don't care, you know, if there's some, like, weird reason other than, like, astrology. So I was going through, like, a really hard time, and I had a really bad day at work, so, like, I look at numbers as, like, I don't know, like, 7 is, like, the holy number, 11 is a holy number, there's a few others, too, and I had a really bad day at work, so I went to Portillo's and I got some food. I got my favorite meal because I was like, you know what, I've been eating really good lately, I had a really bad day, I've been in a rut, so I'm just gonna treat myself to some Portillo's. And my order number was 7, and my total was $11 even. And, you know, every time I see 1111, I make a wish. They always come true. Not like weird, like, have like $1 million fall on my lap. They're like little things, but they always come true. So like 1111 is like really big to me. Like, it means a lot to me. And it's like, it means like, let me look up specifically what the number 11 means because I don't want to mess it up. So the meaning of 11, if you say like 1111, it's to be positive and to be optimistic and manifest your desires, achieve your goals and aspirations. It also reminds you of your life purpose and your soul mission. And so basically 11 or 1111 just means like sending you positivity, to be positive, to not be stressed. So my total was $11 even, and the number 7 is like God's number. Like, I'm pretty sure it's the main God number. It's one of the most significant numbers of the Bible because it is a number of spiritual perfection. So my order number was 7 and my total was $11 even, and I had a very shitty day. And in my head I was like, I just hope I get a sign that everything's gonna be fine. So that was number 1. Number 2, I go home after eating, I'm taking my dog out, and as soon as I walk out the door, I see a hummingbird, and it comes up to me, like 3 feet in front of me. It comes up to me and just stares at me. It's just floating there staring at me. And it like took me off guard. Like, I've just like frozen almost. And it was staring at me. And then it flew a little bit more, and then it turned around and looked me straight in the face again for like a couple more seconds. And I was like, that was weird. Like, that's never happened before in my life. I've never seen a hummingbird in my life. And I look up the meaning of a hummingbird, and a hummingbird, according to North Americans' beliefs, a hummingbird is a sign from like your guardian angels or former family members that have passed to be positive and to let go of your stress and your worries and just to be happy. Like, it's a sign from your angels to be happy and to be weightless like a hummingbird because they don't weigh that much, so they can like fly and hover. So it's a sign from your family members to let go of your worries and be happy. And it came up to me and stared at me twice. So I definitely looked at that as a sign, and I don't think that was BS at all. I don't believe in consequences. So I've had a lot of signs in my life, more stronger than that are kind of personal, so I'd rather not talk about it. But you guys, like, signs are out there all the time. They're all around us all the time. It's just a matter of recognizing them and not taking them for granted and not ignoring them because they're around us all the time. So if you ever feel like you saw a sign, it was, and it's not stupid, and you're not making it up in your head because it's real. And if you don't believe in it, that's perfectly fine. And if you don't believe in an afterlife or angels or guardian angels, that's perfectly fine. But I've definitely had some signs in my life that show me that stuff is real. So to each their own. But this video has already gone too long, so I hope it was entertaining. Congratulations if you got this far. And yeah, probably gonna stay up and watch some videos. You guys have a great day and week and month, and I hope the rest of 2018 is great for all of you, and thanks for watching.